Welcome to the Full Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording. It's 2:49 p.m. and that is Central Time, and today is July 24th. Well, I'm recording from Cancun and having a rather nice time here, and we had a wonderful Mexican meal yesterday, trying our best to eschew the opportunities from the more touristy areas. Well, uh, certainly when we look at what's happening in the market right now, it might not be to everyone's taste. And uh, when we think about what a yield curve inversion looks like, I thought this was a different way of looking at it, and I thought that I would share it with you. So this is an overlay of the 10-year and the 2-year. And for most of the time, the 10-year exceeds the 2-year. But there are brief occasions on which the 2-year exceeds the 10-year, and those are yield curve inversions. And rather than focus too much upon what that implies, I think what it is worth considering is that more often than not, what happens is that the 2-year starts to decline first, and then it takes the 10-year with it. And often we've seen that the 2-year actually peaks after the 10-year. But on this occasion, we've actually seen that they pretty much peaked close to one another, but that the 10-year peaked first. But we've still been in a long period of inversion, and it's the longest period of inversion since all the way back in the early 1980s. But I think this also helps to illustrate that it's rather different on this occasion than it was then, because there was profound volatility in the period around 1979 through to about 1983 in the government bond markets. And the 2-year yield was moving several basis points. It's several hundred basis points on 1 month over another. So that led to a long period where there was a deep inversion. But eventually, those yields did start to come down, and then it took the 10-year with it. So when we look at this on an absolute basis, or I guess a nominal basis, we can see then that the 10-year yield is holding up reasonably well. In fact, it was up 2 basis points in here today, and that is finding a little bit of support in the region of the lows that have been put in over the last while. But then if we look at the 2-year, then we've had a rather big move, and it was down 7 basis points.